Welcome to another vlog. Today I'm all about testing out my different compost blends throughout the year. As you may well have watched my videos before, I've made the compost over the last 9 months, and today I'm planting potatoes to test against the strength of the various different blends by virtue of the eventual yield. Today I'm just going to go through the different blends and the varieties of potatoes I'm using to test in it. I am earlier than the rest of the country because we're in a very mild area. We're also in a maritime area, so blight will be very early indeed, and that's the only reason why I grow potatoes so early. Hope you enjoy the video. Over the last couple of days I've been putting together my potatoes using my own homemade composts, but this year I thought I'd do something different, and that is test against commercially bought peat-free compost with added goodness that we'll see what I'm putting in a minute, to test against my own homegrown stuff. This will have some goodness in it, but as you know, all these bag composts are there for young plants rather than mature plants, so it will rely on the added additions that I'm going to put in a minute. The other composts that you see in the video are all homemade from entirely natural plant-based products, and that's what I prefer. I don't like using this at all, but it's no good for you, the viewer, if I don't show how potatoes fare in a direct comparison. So this is what I'm doing this year. So all I'm doing, I've already put one bag in these, so I'm adding pelleted poultry manure, a handful to the bottom. This is actually 6x. Again, it's animal based, so I found it a little bit strong. I'm not using bloodfish and bone, I'm not using grow more, because in the graphics that follow this I've done it twice, they've always been worse than the actual background composts. I'm never fully satisfied that I've done it right, but I don't want to use it. I'm tired of doing the same thing, only come up with the same results. People either believe me or they don't, and that vast majority of gardeners will say put bloodfish and bone in, put grow more in, put potato fertilizer. I've tried it all. None of it works as well as good compost. Well, if anybody been following my blog for a little while, they will know that I've been having a right old battle with alfalfa, it being a perennial and really stubbornly refusing to go away. The little stalks you see growing up here are those same alfalfa. They've been hoed off a couple of times, they've been smothered. Everything within the no-dig way of growing, I've attacked them, but still they're regrowing. The stalks are still coming up. Little devils. Made a big mistake planting those, so I've got to think of a different way of doing things. So what I'm doing is I'm going one row of Desiree traditional and the pots to the left as well, and between the two I hope to smother out the alfalfa during the season. I can only try. These here are my second release. Started off at the beginning of March. They will be placed in a nice orderly row, but the bottom half of the bed is still covered by carpet, still smothering weeds I want to get rid of before I put the pots out, so that's why they're a bit disordered. These varieties are Charlotte and Kestrel. The compost blends that I'm trying out against are the 18-day compost, and then 2 batches of woodchip, 3-year-old woodchip that's been mixed, one with Leafmold and one with Bracken. The pots here that you're looking at are going to be set aside for the Carolus, whereas these are the Maris Piper, which are blight susceptible, so they're in it as early as possible. The compost that I have for these are all in the individual pots, and there is 1 pot per variety, the 3 varieties being Maris Piper that you're looking at, Blue Danube that are the next row over there, and the Carolus that haven't been planted just yet. None of these have got any fertilizer in whatsoever, apart from the very last one, which is the commercial bulk compost. What I'm zooming in on is the bottom of the pots where the drainage holes are. What I do is I scoop away 1 inch of the soil, put the place the pots in, and then put the compost and some soil back over, so it's basically 2 inches down, so the roots can escape out into the beds and actually supply themselves with more water than just the compost in the pots themselves. As I mentioned before, that next row over is Blue Danube, which are blight resistant. Again, the same batches of compost, a couple more of course, because we just want to fill up the rest of the pots, but all ready to go, and they'll be placed on my second plot a little bit later on when the risk of frost is gone. Speaking of the risk of frost, this is my first earlies and second earlies, just planted out quite a while ago now. Just quick progress on them. The first earlies on the left, second earlies middle and right. You can see on the middle row there's a bit of yellow foliage. That's where I think a little bit of frost has caught the topmost foliage where it's been against the actual membrane. And there's on the first earlies, if I just move the camera over, yes, you see the bits of damage there. I think that's again where the membrane was closer. I've moved it away now, and the blight and the frost has caught the foliage just a little bit, but not too bad at all, and they actually are looking very healthy apart from that. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that so far. Hopefully you found something within there that was of interest. Let's see. But if you have got this far, give yourself a gold star for perseverance. And if you are here, just request your help a little bit further. I'm considering a name change of the channel from So Grow 8 to something else. So Grow 8 doesn't really. It was my first idea that I thought, yeah, that sounds great. People love that. Well, I don't love it. I would prefer gardening solutions. I would prefer growing solutions because it's more akin to what I want, which is solutions-based presentations, presenting what I think is problem solved. Unfortunately, both those names are taken, so the other ones I've got as suggestions are Gardening Solutions UK, Growing Solutions UK, Green Gardening. I'll put a compost on the screen as well, just so that you can see the flavour of what I'm doing. Rather than just jump in with both fairy feet, I thought I'd ask you guys first, if you could just give us your opinions. Great stuff. If not, I'll stick with So Grow 8, but yeah, it don't really matter, does it? Hey, thank you very much, guys. See you next time. Oh, by the way, I have got a few videos lined up quite quick succession. I apologise. I don't want to spam you all, but it's stuff I've been working on for a little while, and it's going to come all at once. So sorry. Bye.